Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vienna. Welcome to the men's EHF Cup group phase draw. And also warm welcome to all handball fans watching us live on the EHF's Facebook page and on EHF TV YouTube channel. We have representatives of the 16 teams remaining in this competition who gathered here to witness how the draw will divide them into 4 groups. Also, special welcome for Michal Wiederer, our new EHF president, who will now come to the speaker stand and say his welcome words.
Dear handball friends, dear club representatives, dear fans, it's a special pleasure as a first draw event to see the EHF Cup group draw and to represent the European Handball Federation on that occasion. This is the 5th year of the EHF Cup in the new format after the merger of the EHF Cup and the Cup Winners' Cup. And it is a special year for the EHF, celebrating 25 years, and the 5 years of the EHF Cup perfectly fit into this system. From the point of view of the EHF and based on the teams qualified for this competition, we are really looking forward to an excellent group phase, to an excellent further competition up to the final tournament. And we wish you all the best for the draw, and I hand over to my colleagues to proceed in the draw. Thank you.
Many thanks. Before we take the lots, I will just quickly provide you with some information on the competition. So far, in this 5th year, this competition looks like it gathered the toughest, fiercest competition. If you just have a look on the starting grid, we not only have the defending champions, Frischhaft Göppingen here, but we also have the reigning trophy holders of the IHF Super Globe, Füchse Berlin. We have the last season 3rd team of the men's EHF Cup, Freiking Granollers. And it's becoming a tradition in the men's EHF Cup group phase that we always have one former Champions League winner. This time around, it's SC Magdeburg, who raised the most coveted trophy in the club handball back in 2002. We have 5 teams returning after their last year's participation and 3 who played a year before. According to the regulations, no country can have more than 1 team in each group. This makes our draw slightly more sophisticated, but we are lucky enough to have Markus Glaser, our senior manager in the EHF competitions, who will safely guide us through this draw and who will provide us with the explanation step by step. So I would like to invite Markus here to the speaker stand, and at the same time I would like to ask Mr. President and Gerd Hoffele from defending champions Frischhaft Göppingen to ascend to the podium to conduct the draw. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vlado, and warm welcome from my side, dear handball friends. I think I have to adapt my wording. I like that very much, what Vlado said. He said it will be sophisticated. I normally say it's a bit complicated, but sophisticated sounds much better, I have to say that. In any case, yes, we have to do a few steps as an intermediate because we have a number of teams from the same federations and we have to keep them apart from each other. But I will tell you step by step as we are going to do it. The teams are divided in 4 pots according to the seeding list of the EHF and of course according to the results that we had on the court. We had a lot of very thrilling matches over the weekend. We have teams here that did not think they would be here 30 seconds before the game was over. But all the spirits of handball went together, so they are here in any case. That's Granollers, I think. They were maybe, if you want to say so, the luckiest team to be here tonight. I think, as it was mentioned before, we will have very good matches, very interesting matches, and I think everybody is waiting to see what is going to happen now. And I think the stage is ready. We have the teams in the white balls and groups in the other, and we will do them from 1 to 4 in the rows. We start with row 1. we can do row 1 in a normal way with 4 teams going to all the 4 available spots. So we start with a white team and then decide from the blue balls in which group they are going.
Melsungen.
We start with a team of Melsungen, and now we will take a blue ball and we will see in which group Melsungen will take row number 1.
Group D.
So we have Melsungen on position number 1 in group D.
Saint-Raphaël.
Raphael from France.
Group A. Göppingen.
So the defending champion, of course, seated in row number 1.
Group B. And Holding Copenhagen. Group C.
So we have concluded row number 1, Saint-Raphael in group A, Göppingen in group B, Kolding in group C, and Melsungen in group D. We continue with pot 2, where we have a team from Denmark, Spain, Hungary, and Slovenia. Of course, we already have a team from Denmark in row number 1. We therefore have Midtjylland in the red ball. You will see it afterwards on the stage. We will open the red ball first in order to determine the position for Midtjylland. Of course, they cannot go in group C, so Midtjylland can only go in group A, group B, and group D. Consequently, we have only 3 blue balls on the stage. So the first step is to open the red ball.
Midtjylland.
And now we define the group for Midtjylland.
Group B.
So we have Midtjylland joining Göppingen in group B. Consequently, the other 3 teams, Anaitasuna, Tatabánya, and Ribnica, can go to groups A, group C, and group D. Therefore, we are now getting group A, group C, and group D into the blue balls. And they will go on the stage, and then we can do conclude pot number 2. In your documents that you have here in the room, and of course also offered in the internet, you have the schedule. So once the draw is over, all handball friends and also the team representatives already have a finished schedule. The schedule, of course, is defined by the regulation, with the first round starting on the weekend of February 11 and 12. So we have the 3 remaining teams in the white balls and the 3 remaining positions in the blue.
Tatabánya. Group C.
We have Tatabánya joining Kolding Copenhagen in group C.
Anaitasuna. Group D. Ribnica. Group A.
This concludes row number 2. We have Ribnica joining San Rafael in Group A. Midtjylland has to go against Göppingen in Group B. Tatabánya will meet Kolding in Group C. And Anaitasuna and Melsungen are together in Group D. We will now go on with Group D, and that's where it becomes sophisticated. We have 2 teams from Denmark, and we already have 2 of them in row 1 and 2. We have 2 teams from Germany, and we already have 2 of them in row 1. We therefore have the German and the Danish team, which is GOG Gumme and Magdeburg in the red balls, and we will open them first in order to give them the possibility to go to as many positions as possible. Of course, we do not know the positions yet before we know which team is coming out of the first ball.
GOG.
So we have GOG Gumme. We have a Danish team in Group B and a Danish team in Group C. Therefore, Gumme can go in Groups A and in Group D. So we are getting now the 2 blue balls with the Groups A and D, and afterwards decide by the lots in which group GOG is going. So these 2 balls consist groups A and D, and we will see now.
Group A.
So we have GOG going in Group A, joining San Rafael and Ribnica. We have Magdeburg left in the balls, and we open it just to be sure that everything is going okay.
Magdeburg.
We have a German team in Group B, and we have a German team in Group D. Therefore, we cannot draw the position from Magdeburg anymore. We have to allocate Magdeburg to Group C, where they will meet Kolding and Tatabánya. Then we continue with the 2 remaining teams, which is the team of Granollers from Spain and the team of Benfica from Portugal. Once again, the groups B and Group D is still available and open for the 2 teams. However, we already have a team from Spain in Group D, which is Anaitasuna. Therefore, we cannot draw the positions for the 2 teams, and we have to allocate them. And Granollers consequently goes to Group B, where they will meet Göppingen and Midtjylland. So we put Granollers to Group B. And then Benfica has to take the remaining spot in row 3, which is Group D. So we put Benfica to row 3 in Group D, where they will meet Melsungen, Anaitasuna, and Benfica from Lisbon in Portugal. So we have concluded rows number 1, 2, and 3. And it continues a little bit in the same spirit, which of course is a logical step, as I think everybody has anticipated anyway. We have one more team from Germany, which is Füchse Berlin, a former organizer of the EHF Cup finals, and also a winner from 2 years ago. They only have one position available, which is Group A, because we already have a German team in Group B, in Group C, and in Group D. We can therefore not draw Füchse Berlin. We have to allocate them to Group A on position number 4. So we put Füchse in the group with Saint-Raphael, Ribnica, Gunme, and then Füchse. Okay, we have 3 positions left and 3 teams left, but we have a situation again where we have Benfica from Portugal in Group D. We still have a team from Portugal in the white balls, which is Porto. We therefore have to do the same step again as we did before. Porto is in the red ball, and we have to define first in which group Porto is going. Logically, since Group A is already closed, Benfica is in Group D. Porto can only go to Group B and Group C. So the 2 blue balls consist Group B and Group C.
Porto. Group B.
So Porto is going to Group B. A very tough group, I think. Göppingen, Midtjylland, Granollers, and Porto. We have now the 2 newcomer teams, I think I'm right. Cox from Finland, which is the first time participating in this phase of the competition, and Maccabi from Tel Aviv in Israel. They can now take the 2 remaining positions in row 4, which are Group C and Group D. Therefore, we can now freely open a white ball and afterwards a blue ball.
Maccabi Tel Aviv. Group C. Cox. Group D.
So with the Cox from Finland taking position 4 in Group D, we have concluded the draw. You can see all the teams once again on the screen. Saint-Raphael, Ribnica, Gunme, and Füchse are in Group A. Göppingen, Midtjylland, Granollers, and FC Porto are in Group B. Kolding, Tatabanya, Magdeburg, and Maccabi is in Group C. And we have Melsungen, Anaitasuna, Benfica, and Cox from Finland in Group D. As I said before, according to the regulations, the schedule is of course decided by the matches. We start on the weekend 11 and 12 February and finish on the first weekend in April. So thank you very much for the technical part of the draw. I think the matches, as mentioned before, will be really interesting. I see very equal situations in the 4 parts. So I think we will see matches which are on a high level and especially thrilling for the spectators with good results. So this ends the part from here. I hand over the floor to Vlado again for the interviews with the team's representatives. Thank you very much.
So we are now eager to know what the reactions of the clubs are, and as the first representative, I have Give Kolding Kopenhagen, Lasse Bösen here with me. So what is your view on your group?
Yeah, first of all, it's interesting. I'm happy that we have a great team with Danish players from Magdeburg. It will be good for us in a great atmosphere outside and at home. And then I also see that we are going to Hungary and Tel Aviv, and yeah, of course it's part of the game. But I'm sure we have good chances to be part of the number 2.
For several years, Kiev were regular part of the Champions League. Now you have a new challenge. What does it mean for you to play in the men's EHF Cup group phase?
Yeah, first of all, it's always an honor to be a part of the best teams in Europe, and now we are here in the European Cup, and in the Champions League we also need to be honest to get the trophy home. It will be unserious to believe that, but here I hope we have a chance to be in the quarterfinal, and let's see what the end of the season, how it will be.
Thank you very much, Lasse. Good luck. We stay in Scandinavia, but we move on to the newcomers in this competition and in the EHF Cup. With me now is Tomi Lindros from Cox from Finland. So I got a quiz question for the start for you. What is the biggest club's achievement in Finnish handball?
I think, Vado, I would have to say this is.
So your qualification for the men's EHF Cup group phase. Did you meet any reactions, any feedbacks from the fans or from the sport public in Finland?
Yes, actually, I would have to say, as handball is quite a small sport in Finland, the media attention has been quite big now after. Also, we played our home game in Hämeenlinna, which is not a handball town at all. It has a great arena, but not handball, and that city is now, I would say, booming with handball.
Apart from other Scandinavian countries, Finland is not the country where handball is very popular so far. But is there a potential to change this fact, maybe this year?
I hope so, as we have this floorball boom, so every town is building now these halls to play floorball. So we will have our facilities to play handball as well, so I hope so.
You are about to play 6 tough games now. What do you think you can achieve?
Of course, we start trying to win every game. We're being realistic, but always when we go to the court, we go for win.
Thank you very much, Tommy. Good luck. Now we move to a completely different corner of Europe. We go to Portugal, and I welcome here Armando Leitao from FC Porto. So what is your first reaction to the draw?
It's a very tough group phase, but we are here to fight, and very good teams, and we are used to Champions League, so I think it's a small Champions League for us too.
Exactly, you were part of the Champions League for 2 years. In the last 3 years, last season didn't go well for you. You didn't make it to the Portuguese final, and therefore you lost the chance to play the Champions League. But this year you started with 6 wins in 6 games in the qualification. So did you have many changes in the summer?
No, we have some small adjustments, and during this season we already have the first place in championship. We have make all wins in the championship, so I think we're on our good way.
With Portuguese handball this season, it looks very good. You have a team in the Champions League, 2 in the men's EHF Cup. Also, I think 1 is in the men's Challenge Cup. Is it on the rise?
Yes, I think we are improving, and it's good for our national team too. And I think handball in Portugal is growing in the last years.
Thank you, Armando. Good luck. And last but not least, we have the defending champions and Gerd Hoffele from Frischau Göppingen. So what do you think your players and your colleagues in Frischau Göppingen will tell you after you kind of left your fingerprints on this group composition?
I think they all will be satisfied because we have a nice group with a lot of good teams. I think it's a very strong group, and we have some journeys to Spain and to Portugal, and this is very nice for us.
It is said in the world of sport that it's always much tougher to defend a title than to win one. Do you agree? And which rivals do you see in the race for the title this year as the earnest?
Yes, I think this will be very difficult. Traditionally, the German teams are in a good position to win the EHF tournament, but I think there are a lot of other teams who have good chances, maybe Kolding or Saint Raphael, who has also a very strong team, and it will be a very hard race for the teams which will reach the final tournament.
Many thanks, Kurt, and good luck in the group phase. So, many thanks for watching us. This draw is over, but this year's action in European handball is not yet, as all handball eyes will move to Sweden already next Sunday for the start of the Women's EHF Euro. So make sure you follow on ehf-euro.com and on our social media for more information. Many thanks for watching again. Have a nice day and goodbye from Vienna.